I have a reputation here at Vistek for breaking things, like a lot of things. And that means that I was quite happy to discover these guys. This is the Stella Pro light system from a company called Light in Motion, and they claim to be submersible to 100 meters and rugged. How rugged? Well, we're here in this empty parking lot in downtown Toronto to find out exactly if they're Dale rugged. Huh? Okay, we're gonna take a little break in the action for a second because it's all well and good that you have a light that's really strong and waterproof, but if the light quality isn't very good, then it's kind of a moot point. So what I've done is I have my light meter here and the full line of the Light in Motion Stella Pro products, as well as my beautiful friend Paula, and we are gonna test the light for light output as well as how it renders skin tones and how all the light modifiers work for the lights themselves. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start first with the Stella 1000. I have it at full. So I'm gonna just take a quick light meter reading here, and we get a f286. You're gonna have to shoot at higher ISOs with this light. So at 3200 ISO, I get a reading of 4.5 basically, and that's pretty spot on with what my camera's rated at and where my lens is at. Okay, so now if I add the Fresnel modifier, it's going to change our beam, and let's see what it does to our reading. And f8. So that's pretty good. Moving on to the Stella Pro 2000. I've got my camera now at 1600 ISO, and we're going to do a reading here. We've got 4.5, so that should put us spot on with our camera, and it does. It looks pretty spot on. So we're gonna move on to the Stella Pro 5000 now, and we're actually gonna start at its lowest setting. I've got my camera rated at 1600 ISO and at f4.5, but let's see what our reading gets. And we get a 4.5 reading, so we're pretty good. Right at the baseline, which is about 1200 lumens, which is as low as the light can go, and we already have our exposure. So we're already showing that the 5000, for a battery-powered light, is quite powerful. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna knock the light up to its full strength and get a reading. So Paula, watch your eyes. And 2000, 25, 3000, 4000, and now we're at 5000 lumens. And let's see here what we have. So we're getting an f8.5 reading. Now that we have all of this, we can add some light modifiers. One of the light modifiers that we have, but it kind of works as a diffusion, is our bulb. Of course, it's going to spread the light everywhere, but I'm just curious as what that's going to look like. So there we go, we've got that. That kind of just spreads it and softens it a bit. And let's see what we get for a reading. So we lost, there we go, we lost about 2 stops of light there at 4.5. So we're back down to our baseline exposure. But you can see that it has softened a little bit of the shadows on Paula's face. The next thing I can do is I can pull this light modifier off. We'll just fly some grid cloth in front of it. So we are back up to full here with some grid cloth in. Let's take a look at our reading. And our incident reading gives us a 5.6, so it's actually still a little too bright. I really like how this looks on skin. The light has a CRI above 90, which means that you shouldn't really need any plus or minus green correction with the light, and it looks pretty good right out of the box. Our Stella Pro 10,000 lumen light. So we're gonna get our reading here, and we are reading at 16, so that's a significant amount of light. We're gonna have to punch that down. Let's bring our grid cloth back. So 800 ISO, 5.6.5. And that's with our 10,000 light, which is not battery powered, but pretty impressive stuff that we can get that much light output from such a tiny, tiny light. So that settles that. The lights seem to stack up for light quality and light intensity. So the only thing left to do is head back to the parking lot for some good old dirty fun. All right, so final thoughts. Are these all they're cracked up to be? Well, we drove over this one, not intentionally, but we drove over it and there's not a single crack on it. Pretty impressive stuff. We had a lot of fun testing this out, and if you liked this video, please give us a comment in the comment section below. We've got a great Instagram account and Facebook account. Please connect with us online and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. In the meantime, I'm out of here.